Hey everyone. Dang, my voice. Welcome to another episode of That's All Funny, episode 445. Yeah, today was just a regular day. Didn't do, I had work today, and it was mostly just training. No, we're still getting like our electronic stuff together and setting up passwords and logins and administrative blah blah blah. So doing that, that's all I really did today. Other than I went and got some eggs at the Family Dollar or the Dollar General. No, Dollar General, not Family Dollar. I'm sorry. And yeah, just here chilling. Planning. Had a tits and areolas yesterday with mint salad. Was great. Planning to do another one next Tuesday. Have an interview I think tomorrow with comic book artist Richard Embry, so that's cool. And hopefully do a stream with Dirty Dalish because I'm in love with her. She's great. No, I do love her. You should check out Dirty Dalish. She has great content. I believe she's at Dalish Tokes on Twitter. Check out her content. It's great. Support small businesses like Mint Salad too. But yeah, we'll just get to the news here. I'd really wanted to get to this is kind of a hot topic if I can pull it up. So yesterday, I guess at a congressional hearing, the presidents of Harvard, MIT, and Penn were all asked the following question under oath. Uh, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate your university's code of conduct or rules regarding bullying or harassment? And let's take a listen real quick.
Code of conduct or rules regarding bullying and harassment, yes or no?
If targeted at individuals, not making public statements.
Yes or no? Calling for the genocide of Jews does not constitute bullying and harassment?
I have not heard calling for the genocide for Jews on our campus.
But you've heard chants for intifada.
I've heard chants, which can be anti-Semitic depending on the context, when
See,
calling for the elimination of the
being
Jewish
very like political right now. Like, do you want to? Do you think this is harassment? Calling for the genocide of Jews, it could be considered harassment in the context. And so here she is asking the same question to, I don't know who that was, the Harvard and the someone of Harvard, right? Or no, Penn, no, MIT. I don't know. They're all presidents of these distinguished colleges, right? So here's the next one.
If pervasive and severe.
And does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment. Yes.
I am asking specifically
If the
calling for the
speech
genocide
turns
of
into
Jews.
conduct.
Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision.
Context
It's a
dependent.
context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment. This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill.
This chick's just
So is your testimony that you will not answer yes?
yes
If
or
it,
no?
uh,
And look at this
is-
chick's
if
just
the
Yes or
smiling.
no?
If the speech becomes conduct,
This Liz McGill's just
can be
smiling
harassment,
that she
yes.
could
Conduct meaning committing
twist
the act of
words
genocide?
like that.
The speech is not harassment. This is unacceptable, Ms. McGill. I'm going
Like it's saying, if the speech turns into conduct, and like you could argue that's the same with like when the pedos talk to children online, like when the pedos are like talking to them, flirting with them, and then they go out and do it, but they didn't actually do it. Is that the same argument? Like, oh, the pedos, it's just speech, but if it turns into conduct, then we can consider it like a crime. And it's just like, okay, so you're really drawing that line in the sand with free speech, but this is like bullying and harassing. You know what I mean? And threatening, and yeah, you can in court legally find justification for being able to do it because of God bless the First Amendment. But a lot of people fear for their lives nowadays, just with words, because words quickly turn into actions nowadays. But here's the last person they're questioning, which happens to be her name's Dr. Gay. That's kind of on the button, I guess. She's a black looking RuPaul ish, but she's a president of Harvard, I guess. I don't know. They're all women. Oh, go figure. Women. You would think women would have more empathy, but let's see.
Dr. Gay, at Harvard, does calling for
Dr.
the
Gay.
genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
It can be.
What's the context?
Depending on the
Targeted as an
context.
individual, targeted at an individual.
It's
severe,
targeted at
pervasive.
Jewish students, Jewish individuals. Do you understand your testimony is dehumanizing them? Do you understand that dehumanization is part of anti-Semitism? I will ask you one more time. Does calling for the genocide
I don't know
of
why this
Jews
is just-
violate Harvard's
not
rules
funny,
of
but it's-
bullying and harassment? Yes or
To me,
no?
it's just like
Anti-Semitic rhetoric. when
And is it
crosses into
anti-Semitic rhetoric?
they won't
Anti-Semitic
answer the
rhetoric
question.
when it crosses
you know?
into conduct that amounts to bullying, harassment, intimidation.
They just won't
That is
answer the
actionable
question.
conduct, and we do take action.
So the answer is yes, that calling for the genocide of Jews violates Harvard Code of Conduct, correct?
Again, it depends on the context.
It does not depend on the context.
They just can't answer the question, right? They won't say yes and they won't say no. They'll say it depends on context. hmm Okay, now we go further up to what I have saved here. Here's a statement from President Gay today, right? Uh, and that happened yesterday, as of now, and this is the statement from President Gay today, straight from Harvard at Harvard on Twitter. There are some who have confused a right to free expression with the idea that Harvard will condone calls for violence against Jewish students. Let me be clear: calls for violence or genocide against the Jewish community or any religious or ethnic group are vile. They have no place at Harvard, and those who threaten our Jewish students will be held to account. And it's like, okay, why couldn't you just say that yesterday? You know, like, and that's the argument a lot of people are making, that if you put any other minority group, ethnic group, or gender or whatever into that same, instead of Jews, it would become like a crime. You know what I mean? But since it's the Jews, no one really cares. And I don't know if it's the Bible or something else, whatever you want to say, right? And then here you have that Liz whatever of I don't know, whatever school, Penn, right? But here she is, and she put out a apology video
on anti-Semitism. When I was asked if a call for the genocide of Jewish people on our campus would violate our policies. In that moment, I was focused on our university's longstanding policies aligned with the US Constitution, which say that speech alone is not punishable.
And see, there they are, kind of, again, line in the sand with the First Amendment. God bless the Constitution. But yeah, it's funny how they have to like put out an apology video, like YouTubers and shit. And it's like, okay, well, why didn't you just say it yesterday? But I guess under oath, it's a totally different thing than just doing an apology video in your fucking house, like a YouTuber would do when they sent messages to an underage kid or something. But yeah, that's I don't know, that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why I'm making this like long video, but I don't know what the other person said, but that was Liz McGill and Dr. Gay, which Dr. Gay's, that's a funny ass name. I saw that trending, President Gay, and I thought they were just making fun of like an actual gay president, but no, it was making fun of that black woman from Harvard who is apparently against the Jews. So, and that's just by like, not being able to answer a simple yes or no question. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm for the Jewish people because I got like that homie that's my Jewish my Jewish homie. So like I get it, like hey bro, like I'll hang up that 6 point star and read the Diary of Anne Frank and all that good shit for you. Pour a kolashi out. No, I don't think kolashis are Jewish. I don't know. Eat a kolashi. I don't think they're Jewish. I actually think those are the bad guy foods. Kolashis are fucking good though. Um, what is it? Those potato pancakes, latkes, like in that one episode of the Rugrats where it teaches you about the menorah and shit, where they eat potato pancakes and they do the oil in the lamp that's supposed to last one day, but it lasts 11, right? Something like that. I don't know. I forget how. And everyone's like, "Oh, the Jews killed Jesus." It's what was that? A fairy tale at best, I don't know. Like I'm Mexican. I have no dog in this fight. Again, I'll go for the side of the Jews just because of my homie. I hope he's safe. Hope his family's safe. But we have these people like these presidents of universities, the politicians in Congress, and all they do is argue back and forth, and they're making a lot of money arguing back and forth. Where we're here, like digging the trenches and I don't know, helping people across the border, or driving the buses that move them around all the cities and states. But yeah, like it becomes tricky when these upper echelon type people are determining our fates, and I don't know, they're making so much money just doing it or even not doing something. That's even worse too, is that they're arguing so much about something that things just don't get done, but they're still getting paid for it, where it's like, oh, we're gonna help the war in Ukraine, cool. Oh, we're gonna help the war in Israel, cool. Oh, we're gonna help Gaza now because we gave too much money to Israel. Okay, cool. What about you know the mental health here in the United States? What about the homeless people? What about our fucking power grids that can't handle any power? What about inflation, and what about Joe Biden and his long-standing battle with stairs and sandbags and stuff? Like, what are you gonna help there? But yeah, I think it's pretty funny. Just that's all funny. Huh. The way these politicians are just doing whatever, and here we are having to deal with whatever, and just survive day to day. Like today, I had enough money to buy a couple dozen eggs and tortillas, and I wanted to buy potato chips. I wanted to buy bacon, but I'm like, I gotta wait till tomorrow because I don't have any money until tomorrow. So that's cool. But here, these politicians hating on whatever race they want to hate on, or making whatever bill they can, or selling stocks, with that insider information, and just making a salary of hundreds of thousands, and then making even more money by making deals with certain, corporations or this and that, and making millions of dollars on the side that they don't even talk about in their taxes. And here I am paying my taxes off from 3 years ago when I took out my retirement to kind of relax and reflect on my own mental health. But who cares? As long as they get their paychecks and talk about, I don't know, January 6th and UFOs and how much they hate Trump. I don't fucking know. I don't know. And Joe Biden with his weird stretchy skin, like he's a reptile underneath. But anyways, I want to thank you all for listening to the episode today. Full political episode. It's a conspiracy. It's a psyop. The of Mar-a-Lago and Epstein Island. I don't know. We'll talk about it, but who cares? It's not gonna change. Even if they were to admit all their wrongdoings, just kind of like how the FBI is like, oh, we killed Martin Luther King, right? What are you gonna do about it? Well, fuck, nothing. I don't know why they just don't admit that they killed JFK. Like, what can we do about it? It's not like, oh yeah, we killed him. Like, what are you gonna do about it? He's been dead for like 50, 60, 70 years or whatever. What are you gonna do about it? Like, it's not gonna change anything now. That y'all know, why keep hiding it? But yeah, I want to thank y'all for listening to this very political episode. Check out, if you want to listen to just wrestling, which is political on its own. Check out That's All Kayfabe, podcast I do with my buddy Gabe every Monday. You can watch it on YouTube, and then you can just search on any podcast player. That's All Kayfabe. That's All Funnies. Everywhere podcasts are available, just search for it or check it on my YouTube as well. If you want to see episodes a day early or some bonus episodes or old episodes of Hits and Areolas, or a couple of episodes that I had to take off because people hate my own views on things, and I don't blame them because I'm a sick man. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Lorenzo Areola. And if you want to buy some exclusive merch, handmade, or if you just want to commission some great art from a great artist, check out retrohorrorink.com. He does all the art for the show, every show. So if you just want to commission some art from the Bret Hart of graphic art, check him out at Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for listening, for watching. If you're on X, hopefully all the audio and video went through. If it didn't, too bad. I make jokes around it anyways. So take care, and we'll see you tomorrow with the interview, I guess. I don't know. I'll see you. We'll see you. Bye.
Here's facts.